Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Get to it, shall we? We are Umbra today? I think it's Umbra. Yeah, last one was Tethys. Definitely Umbra. Let's get to it. Lots of Umbra on stream last night. I randomed into a lot of it. Very, very strange. Umbra Hellhorned, a classic. Seraph the Chaste with Antumbra, Assault, Fledgling Imp, and Feast. Yeah, two of these cards are good. Feast is okay. Antumbra Assault's pretty solid though. I like it. Resonant Shard with the Imp is pretty tempting. I think it's better to go Winged Indulgence though. Very solid pickup. Oh yeah, don't forget to, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and such. Of course. I can go Gorge Penumbra here. However, I haven't played a lot of Trample lately, and I just made the Penumbra video not too long ago, the champion discussion about Penumbra, and I'm glad. I want to play more Trample. I really just like it. I like Trample Penumbra. I'll say it. I think that you can go either there and have a reasonable run, but I like Trample. I think that there's probably a winning line with every Penumbra pickup you go for, though. Kinda awkward start here. The good thing is with Winged Indulgence, these guys actually do 0, so I'm just gonna take 6. And that's fine with me. I think that we just give you Raid, right? You clear 2 floors and then head out. Yeah. That's good. So we'll take 6 for the trial, which is a very good outcome if we drew one of the torches, or like 2 torches or anything like that, right? Antumbra Assault / Torch would have been better. Of course. And look at this, I talk shit about Feast, and yet it's actually really bad with Morsel Excavator. Yeah, this one, you would have been better off using it in front, but no, I guess because we have the Trample, it's fine. We have a 4-1 walking up. I don't think the boss actually survives this floor. And we can... There. Alright, solid turn 1. 6 damage for a trial, for an invasion trial, is really good. I think the invasion trial is the worst trial to get though. The more I play this game, the more I'm like, God. Starting with the invasion trial feels pretty rough because it's guaranteed damage, and none of the other trials are guaranteed damage. Engine Upgrade's a good starting card here. I like Space Prism a lot though, but I'm gonna grab Engine Upgrade. Getting this out of your first pack is kind of cool. And Event, solid. Little upset, of course, you know, I don't think you should see Engine Upgrade there, but I'm not going to be too upset about it, I guess. Wouldn't mind picking up a Gorge unit here. Quick damage shield 2 and +10. Thanks. I'll pick up Morsel Maker here. My reasoning is I think Morsel Maker is a little better in this run. Do not wish to take spikes against these guys. No way. Morsel Maker's a little better in this run because he can act as a tank, and that's good. I like that. That's all. That's the reason we're going Morsel Maker here. 12 damage output. I guess it's fine. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Drop the imp here to catch Collector. I guess I should have put it top floor. I should have put it top floor. Oh well. It shouldn't have made a difference, I suppose. And in this case, it did not. Just clear that floor. We're good. Like, this is pretty solid. We get at least 3 rounds against the boss. Using Morsel Maker like this is obviously not my favorite thing to do, but it is acceptable, is what I would say. It's good enough to get us to survive this combat, and that's all I really needed out of it. Am I going a Gorge unit here? Let's see. Probably not, because of the way that this one played out. Probably gonna aim for like an Alpha Fiend or something like that. I feel like if that's the case, I might wish to go Mind Collapse. I think it's never making of a morsel. I think it's just mind collapse. The only other option there is like packed morsels to try and get Penumbra a lifesteal morsel more frequently, but I'm gonna skip that. This is an okay start. There's a lot of lines we can find to win this one. And we'll go check the Hellhorned banner here. Demon Fiend is strange. He's good, but he's also awful. Can I survive Daedalus if I pick up Demon Fiend? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna grab him. I'm not gonna duplicate him here, but I'm gonna grab him. I don't think we're duplicating anything. Let's see what's in here. Awoken, Melting, and Stygian consumables. Go Stygian, I suppose. I'm gonna skip it almost always there. I got like Wildwood Sap in this run. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's great. I think that it's not worth it typically. Event's just worth 20 gold. Really rough early game here because nothing lined up with a shop for me. The Umbra banner gave us... well, you saw it. So the best outcome here, like the extreme high roll is engine upgrade first turn, Demon Fiend second turn. The odds are very slim that we get that, of course, but if we do get that, very happy. Yeah, this is the more likely outcome. Hope we see Demon Fiend again, but probably will not. And that's acceptable. We just kind of have to dodge a bad double barrel placement. And we have torches to hopefully mitigate it as well. And so we just have to preserve the health enough and chip Daedalus as much as we can to not be killed, is what we're looking at here now. The big problem is I can't really play the morsels I generate, which is super awkward because Penumbra doesn't get to scale. Penumbra stays at this 42 attack for the rest of the game, which is unfortunate. Oh, because the bomb always goes off the same way. I see. I was confused as to why we weren't taking more there. Beast kind of worthless here. Yeah, absolutely worthless, actually. I do need to mind collapse that bomb away because I want this morsel maker getting stronger. This wave is going to hurt us a little bit, and that is okay. Be nice if I could feed morsels to morsels here to get that extra 1 energy. When we get back around the Demon Fiend, we start to feel a little better, and we're only gonna take, I think, 3 here. 1, 2. If I ping off one of these clergymen, I can save the 4-1. If I ping off 2 of the clergymen, I can save both the morsels, and it's important to scale. I think it's important to do our best attempt at scaling upwards here. Even 1 extra round. We're pretty dead here, it looks like. It's gonna depend on Demon Fiend drawing in time. We're gonna take 2. But then again, I put this Train Steward in the way of Demon Fiend because he's a 3-space unit, so actually it's doomed. Come to think of it. 100% it's doomed. Well, 90% it's doomed, is what I'll say. I don't love our chances here. This is gonna be my official statement. It's a shame that I can't reorganize the morsels up here because I would like to put the Antumbra morsel behind, but maybe it's similar. Probably a similar when you come to think about it. Yeah, drew Demon Fiend in time, but through. If I was able to, if I had thought around this and planned around it, we would look a lot smoother here. Demon Fiend being dropped here is just a lot of raw power that I'm missing. It's a shame. However, we shall see. Do 60 damage per round? I think that we're doomed. Are we doomed? It's not quite doomed. Not as doomed as I would have expected. We have to get... Is he below 80 here? I think he's just barely below 80. I'm not doing the math. We're just gonna see. If he's below 80, we live. Oh my god. How sad. Actually, he needed to be below 60. Yeah, that one was rough. I went to 2 banners and they were both awful, and I really don't think that there's much you can do there. No, there is. You can go Gorge Penumbra there. The weakness of Trample Penumbra shows itself when you just get offered a bunch of dog shit units. Literally went to 2 banners and no unit drafts from either of the trials and died. That is not supposed to happen, mind you. Like, with the Trample Penumbra, you're supposed to be able to pick up a unit draft at least one, or one of your banners isn't supposed to be bad, but they were all unplayable units and no drafts. Very unlikely. Lots of bad rolls here on the YouTube in the last 2 days. However, it's okay. We got Temperate, Space Prism, Ritual, Engine Upgrade. An okay start. Wing Technology is fine. I don't like Infused Mallet anymore. Killing Sycophants on Sycophants of Seraph scares me. We'll go Gorge this time. No morsel generation, so Gorge is a little worse. Like, invert these 2 starts. However, what can you do? Not picking the trial there. I just want to... I don't want to disrespect the clergy. It's a scary combat to me. I respect the clergy enough to not disrespect here. And we should come away from this at full health. Just gotta not tilt. That's all. Gotta keep a strong mental. It's okay, it's just standard deviation. Haha. XD. It's a little mind-numbing. That's all. I would say a little frustrating to lose that run in that way. But it is what it is. A lot more runs that are ending like that, it feels like, lately. Little upsetting, but what can you do? Am I dead to the boss here? I shouldn't be. I should be able to ping off enough of the clergy that it's okay, right? Yeah, we're okay. Gonna want to pick up anything that says Morsel, Antumbra Assault, or Packed Morsels preferable. Don't need Space Prisms because we already have them. Everything looks okay here. None of these cards say Morsel. I'll take Excavation Eruption. This is a greed pick. Prismal Dust or Immortal Trade should guarantee us a kill on Daedalus if I pick them. But I want Excavation Eruption, it's a really high value card. And I will skip this. You can make a case for Fortify there, but with the lifesteal it's not great. Alright. Merchant of Steel has Multi-Strike +5, +10, and Rage 7. Plating Seal Daedalus and Spell Shield fell. Okay. This is a good branded warrior, of course. You got a multi-strike in here, how is it not? +5, +10. And we can set up a reasonably strong floor off of that if we pick up... I mean, obviously the best pickup is Deranged Brute. There's a lot of good ones, though. +4 here kind of scares me. It's already going to be hard for Brandon to survive, but... I guess +4 is not that bad. Because we have the lifesteal on Penumbra, Brandon has the extra health, and most of the damage he'll be threatened by should be picked off by Grain Stewards and Torches. Is why we're going to go with this one. It's actually better to ping here. She's 9 damage and this guy's 9 damage, but her 9 damage, 4 of it always gets pushed to Brandon, which we want to avoid. Alright. Lots of Rubble Morsels. Oh yeah, that's the short floor, of course. Use our damage shield properly. And he's good. He's solid now. Pretty sure we can walk away from this with a bit of confidence. Ping this so that I don't lose that stack of lifesteal. Alright, we're good for sure. 100%. Brandon is large. He's very strong at this. He's gonna power through this early game for us with certainty. I wonder if it was worth the Space Prism this floor one time. It definitely was. What happens when I tilt in this game is I just kind of autopilot instead of thinking my plays through all the way. It's gotta be Excavation Eruption, right? Yeah, usually that's a solid play. Can I buy one more round with Rubble Morsel? It's worth. Although it's not much more damage because of spikes. Or no, it's because of that 5-1. Never mind. Either way, good enough. We took the trial and we survived. Space Prism kind of mediocre here. Can take perils and it's not the worst. I'm gonna grab Mind Collapse, I think. Although perils is rage for Brandon, which is decent. We have Ritual of Battle. I might just skip this, but I think that Mind Collapse is a good grab here. Feels a little worse with torches, but, you know. Vents the grab here. Better than Hidden Passage. Overgorger? Not with Gorge Penumbra. I don't think so. Big Steelworker. Fine. I don't think we have the Morsel Generation to support both of them, and making Penumbra useless doesn't sound great to me. Go right path. I don't really want anything from here. Morsel Master from the Umbra banner is basically it. How good is that? It's not great. There's better pickups over here, I think, and there's nothing to duplicate. We already picked it. I don't have to think about it too hard now. Firestone Housing for Brandon is really nice. Giving him anything here is really strong. I've said in the past it's right to ×5 a unit if you have 2 upgrades and this shows up at this point. ×5 Brandon sounds pretty sweet, actually. Let's go for it. Even just ×1 Brandon's pretty cool, but ×5 is sweet. And it's weird, of course. I probably wouldn't have done that if I didn't pick up the Firestone Housing. But with Firestone Housing, we're going to try to give like half of them health and half of them damage. And just see them go out of control, hopefully. For now, we will put Steelworker down in front of one. The Steelworker can do some good stuff. Umbra's fine to just eat this. I want to Space Prism this floor. The number's good to 8 that 10. Unless another bomb gets planted up there, but what are the odds, right? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. We're gonna generate a lot of rage. Oh, it's a lot of rage. Fine. I think it's wrong to engine upgrade that floor, because I can't put 2 Brandons on there now. Ooh, buddy. Where's my Rage Relic now? I don't remember if Resonant Shard was on this one or the last one. I think that was on the last one. Yeah, we started with Fledgling Imp on the one that had Resonant Shard on it. I am right? I think so. Nothing really passes this bottom floor at this point. We need to pick up some armor generation for Mr. Steelworker, and then it really goes insane. Like, it really gets powerful if we give him some armor generation. However, until we do that, kind of awkward, but not that bad. His 5 armor per turn is enough to take us through this early game. And the snowball is happening right before your very eyes. Put this one in front. He's the least valuable. And he's still at 23 times 2. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Get rid of this Train Steward. I don't think Daedalus gets through the bottom floor. Pretty sure this is, yeah, just too much power for him, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Turns out having Brandon Warrior do 200 damage per round is really strong. One of them doing 200 damage per round, that is. Reinforce is kinda cool. But Reinforce is kind of like it's a perspective pickup, right? It's like, oh yeah, I have no armor generation, but maybe someday Reinforce is good. I think I skip. Ah, Branded Warrior, to go with all my Branded Warriors. I'm not gonna grab Morsel Master. Take space, and honestly this is a position where I'll probably, if offered it, pivot into Architect on my Penumbra. We're going to aim for Merchants of Steel whenever we can. We want to get more raw stats on Brandon. Plus 25 on one of them is good. It does not matter which ones. I think giving one of them quick is pretty cool, because if he starts to scale out of control, he'll kill heavies before they can hit him. And the plus 10, and then we'll roll for plus 25 going to Steelworker, as well as a damage shield too on Steelworker is good. And we're just going to spend all of our money on these upgrades from here on. Skip it. What do you got? I think Trample's worse. Interesting. Very interesting run. Very, very, interesting. Heaven Seal. Any other combat and I would slam this with no remorse. I'm afraid of Clipped Conduit fucking me up here. We need to get 2 Brandons down before it's good. I'm gonna roll for it. I think that it should be okay on average, and there's basically, this is a high roll pick. I would recommend against this, but that's right, the early wave isn't too bad. I'll put a Train Steward down, you don't get it, but the Train Steward gets it. And also we don't actually lose any damage on this first wave. Okay, Heaven Seal is actually fine against the haste combat because of the first wave being pretty easy. Missing engine upgrade's kind of awkward. I think it was better to ping the 9-2. Too bad. Okay, and this is the tanky Brandon. Which ones do we have here? You're the quick one. Play you here. I think one more. So you'll go first. I think one more and we start clearing this floor, right? And these are the same man. Yeah, okay. Can't get the collector here. Too bad. But I think it's more important to play it like this. We took the trial, which is why we don't get the collector, and I think that that is worth. I think the trial ends up being worth it to me. I guess we'll see. No Steelworker in the early game is kinda awkward. The Gorge Penumbra is just fucked. Like, you're just absolutely doomed, Gorge Penumbra. I'm buffing Gorge Penumbra's floor out of, like, habit. I shouldn't. Gorge Penumbra is just another cog in Brandon the Warrior's master plan. Yeah, quick Brandon starts popping through him here. Well, kinda. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess we've made today. The best thing here, of course, is Collection of Tales. If we get Rage Does Not Decay, it's pretty crazy. Rage Does Not Decay. Any artifact that says Rage on it is good. Scorched Steel is also pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. The reason we took that is because there's a lot of really good artifacts for this run, so going for more artifacts is solid. Cave-In is pretty wacky. Branding Right probably wins us the game. Okay, I think we have all the tools to kill Seraph now. We can go right here. Get some removals going. No money is pretty rough, but... Train Stewards go first here, they are just curses. We need our space. -1 Excavation Eruption's good. We want a -1 Cave-In as well if we can. Obviously we can't here. But the idea is pretty straightforward. Wrong button. This one. Ooh, more energy is really good here. Yeah. The 2 blights aren't that big of a deal, and more energy is nice. Makes engine upgrade bad, but that's good because we don't really want to be giving up space on this run because we need it all for Brandon Warrior. Sweep combat. This Mark of Invasion's no big deal. It might just be good as well. We need to one-shot this boss, which is hard to do. But we do get a lot of free kills off of Sycophants here. So, hopefully that's good. We're gonna power up this floor. Guess we could try to vent Penumbra, but... Or not vent, Gorge Penumbra, but we didn't pick up any morsel generators, so... You know. Penumbra's just kinda here for the ride. Steelworker shouldn't matter, I think, is gonna be my take on this. I think that playing Steelworker is a bait, although big problem is this wave, because all 4 of our hits end up on Sycophants, which isn't optimal. I'm gonna play Ritual here, and then we're gonna ping 2 of these away. Yeah. I guess Steelworker's fine. Letting him farm up Rage is cool. Just press enter and I don't want to give up the space. Him farming Rage is good, and he's just gonna tank for the Brandon that needs to kill the boss, which is this middleman. And yeah, okay, I think that we are good now. I think we're just stone cold chilling. I think I play you up here, and then I plan to just cave this floor in. Throw you away. Oh, he doesn't die. Okay. What a weird one. I've said it many times, and I will stick with it. And if we lose this, I still think it's right. If you have a unit that's powerful, like Brandon Warrior, duplicating him 5 times is not a bad play. Because he just he has the ability here to take the game over now. He can run away with this. As you're going to see, right? Especially Brandon Warrior, because more Brandon Warriors on a floor means that more chances to get that first slay in, or 2 or 3 or 4, and you start slaying entire floors like this, and you go, wow, that's a lot of damage. Throw you down here. You'll eat up a few rounds of lifesteal, that is. Poor Penumbra. Look at Penumbra lost in the sea of Brandon. Oh, he actually crushes through. Crazy. We want to ritual battle this one. We're A-okay here, by the way. No doubt in my mind. There's no way he outpaces this Brandon. Yeah, it's 1 round. Yeah, it's 1 round. Goodbye. Yeah, that's good. It falls off, of course, but... we hopefully, by the time this falls off, we hopefully accommodate for it falling off and pivot into something stronger. Gem Trove is not bad. Giving them all damage shield sounds good, and making morsels for Penumbra to gorge, right? Forever Consumed is also nice. It's just like a little get you started on the first slay, and then start you going. Both of these are good. I think that since we're doing that big 1-4 setup, I like Gem Trove a little more. Second Branded, right? Eh. Inferno's not bad here, but like I need to be careful that we don't... Inferno's fine. Mixing in, like making the deck large and just mixing in a high density of answers to our problems seems like the next way to go with this. It's hard to wrangle this deck. We could go here, but we want anything that says Rage. Consumed Crown doesn't seem bad. The Brandons are doing a lot of killing. And they have multi-strike, so it's +4. Let's give it a shot. I think it's typically underwhelming. Scorching Restraints is nice. I think that Scorching Restraints is worth it. It basically doubles Brandon's starting Rage. Slightly less, but still. And I think that it's better than trying to roll for a relic that says Rage. Oh, I will pay you health. Refined Void is cool. Yeah. It just gives them a free round. It's only 1 round because they have multi-strike, but I think it's worth it still. Gives Penumbra 4 lifesteal as well, in case we end up on a Penumbra plan, which isn't impossible to see. Probably gonna pick draw from this fell, and then we need to survive, basically. It's an interesting one. It's hard, for sure, but it's fun. I like the middle floor setup here. I think the most. Number goes up here, we throw you some morsels, and just start working through this one. I want to leave the sycophants alive so that we get the rages off, because those first ones are important, and these are, yeah, good enough. And with branding right, we can just build our own strong Brandon. However, I think it's better to Gem Trove and buff Penumbra. I think that having Penumbra up here gorging as a secondary plan is not a bad idea. Taking that is good, probably. Yeah, that's just a free 100 damage right there. Plus the damage shield is good, I think. And down here we can set these guys up to soften the enemies. I'll take the armor, it's fine. It's a little bit scary, I think. I can see this one getting away from me. There's a really reasonable case here for taking another space enhancement from this spell. I think the draw is going to be better. It makes the deck a little more manageable. I don't really like these high density decks. I think that they get a little awkward. But, you know, remove Train Stewards, remove torches, and we start to look a little bit better. It's just hard to gorge Penumbra right now. Imagine if they all had Quick, too. Like, imagine... Oh my god, imagine if they all had Quick, right? Imagine if before we X5 we were able to pick up a Quick. Oh. That would be gross. That would just be gross. Is what that would be. Absolutely disgusting. I might just puke on the spot. I mean, that would just be the run is over, we win, right? Because after the first, like, 2 rounds, we never get hit again, and we probably kill Seraph on the first turn. Draw a cave in, please. There it is. We cave this floor in. This is a massive floor. Extremely thick. Yeah, Fel's already taken 700 damage as well. So I did not have any fear about Fel. My fear is transitioning into defeating Seraph with this is a little bit awkward. Dies before he gets a turn. Oh my god, Fel's dead. We killed her outside of Relentless. This never happens. You never kill Fel outside of Relentless on Covenant 25. I think I've only done it like maybe once or twice. Last Stand sounds pretty fun. We gotta pick up draw here to manage this 37 card monster. Fell outside of Relentless. What the hell? Right path looks good. Removals, despite being pretty futile, they seem good. And just take a plus 25 on to Steelworker, I suppose. Take a Rage 7 here. The big thing that we're concerned about is Shade Wings. I don't have a good answer to Shade Wings right now. I'm not sure we ever will have a good answer to Shade Wings. It was probably plus 10 holdover Vent, but that's hard to do at this point. We're going all the way on Glutton. It's a decent secondary plan, I suppose, but, you know. You know. Spikes 5 scares me here. I think that it's very easy for me to get overconfident because we killed Fel outside of Relentless and die on this trial, which I think it will. High damage output is bad for our Brandon Warrior plan. And this is a combat that has high damage output, so we shall be careful. That being said, Inferno turn 1 is a really good draw. Lets us get the snowball started pretty well. Quick Boy. Doesn't really matter who, it just matters that we get the Rage. Doesn't matter which ones are getting it. If we start stacking Quick Boy, he actually can maybe start killing these heavies before they take a turn, which would be quite good. 51 times 2, not quite there, but eventually he might get there. And even just the opportunity is good. I wonder if engine upgrading was better on top floor. I think it was. I think it definitely was. That's okay. 6 energy per turn's pretty solid. We lose a Brandon here, which is sad. High damage output, like I said. Hard to handle. Hard to manage with just Brandon, but we are working towards it, shall we say. Put you in front because you have the lifesteal. You just lose your armor through that, which is good. Prefer to not take this 10. And then... God, he's actually killing that. Wow. I'm looking for a cave-in, I guess. I'm not gonna ping those off. I'm hoping we hit cave-in. Oh, he's got the lifesteal. Dude, Steelworker's so tanky with this lifesteal pickup. My man is thick. Obviously now he's not so thick, but still. He is dead. However, pretty sure this floor gets so out of control strong that it just powers through the next... Whoops, almost ritual battled the wrong guy. Pretty sure we power through the next wave. Or the boss wave, because this is final wave. We get, like, oh my god, we get so much rage. I think we one-shot the boss off of that. And we get a gem trove too. Alright, we're going to Seraph. I think it's difficult to survive the Sap Seraph. I think a different Seraphim we would crush through. But I think that Sap Seraph offers us a little bit of trouble. The last stand. I missed the ritual of battle timing. That floor kills Seraph in 2 rounds. And it's just surviving that floor to Seraph, right? We gotta get there, which is not easy. I think Trample's a bait there. Sounds cool. Probably not worth. Oh wait, Trample on Quick might have been cool. There's a high roll towards Trample with Quick, but I think it wasn't bad to pick that. I'm trying to corral the deck down to something a little more manageable, but you know. Want the money here, by the way? Oh, Resonant Shard. I have to. Like, even though it's probably better to roll for holdover, I feel an obligation to do this. And put a +10 on Vent. Put a -1 on... Wait, Gem Trove. Tough. Alright. When you 5x a unit, the runs are very strong. You probably looked at this video and thought this was just 1 run. However, it was in fact 2 runs. It's just that this was a run that required very little actual thinking. Me play Branded Warrior. The run. I want to protect this one. I think I want to give you a damage shield over Gorging Penumbra, actually. Save you 11 health. No, I'm probably going to put something in front of you. Better this way. I hope I'm putting something in front of you, because if I'm not, we're kind of just losing. There's a lot of ways that we're just losing here. Oh yeah, we're just losing. Extremely losing. Oh lord. That is tough. Okay. We gotta kill you off first. This is gonna be a rough one. We're gonna bleed Branded Warriors pretty heavily. Cave in this early is also really rough. I had a feeling it was going to end up looking like this. I think we need the last stand here. Super rough, though. I had a feeling. This is kind of why I was trying to build up our Gorge Penumbra plan. Shadewings body us extremely. Yikes. Yo, this is a horrible draw. It's kind of doomed. If we try to tank a few rounds with these morsels, maybe we can save one of them. We can save one. Which means I can play 2 on this floor, and I guess it's not the end of the world. Probably want to save the one that has higher rage, right? That is at 14? Yeah, this guy's at rage 11. Better to play it like this. But it's rough. It is really rough. I knew it was going to be rough, though. Hopefully now we draw an answer so that I don't just die when this wave goes up to my pyre. Yeah, we drew an answer at least. Get a steelworker on this floor. And put the higher health unit here. I just need to play this at 0 so I can gen trove. Maybe start to see a road to recovery here. Maybe we can stabilize off of this. Maybe. We saved the quick guy, which is going to save us a lot of health, and we're through the worst parts of it, I think. I'm pretty sure we're through the worst of it now. I don't think there's another double Shade Wings. We have a Mind Collapse here. I need to play this at 2 energy, so I should Shade Splitter first. Technically play it at 1 energy and play the Torch, but why? Okay, and with his 2 Enter Lifesteal, I think we've stabilized. It was real scary, but I think we have stabilized with the damage shield, with our Steelworker being so large. Our Penumbra is going to be able to offer reasonable amounts of threat to the boss as well. Excavation Eruption, please don't let me down. You are a hero. You're my man, Excavation Eruption, thank you. Okay, I think we win this now. I think we take it off of this. I think we have done just enough to stabilize. And this quick one back here, he's 98 times 2, he's looking pretty strong. He's able to start popping through heavies. Alright. I think we got there. It was tough though. It was touch and go there for a second. It was moments away from disaster, I would say. But thanks to some pretty good draws, all things considered. Like, some pretty bad draws put us in that position, and some pretty good draws drug us out of it. And double Space Prisming middle 4 so we could play 4 units on this floor was probably the saving play. Alright, I think that we just killed. We lived to have this floor, and like I said, if we get this floor, I think we kill Seraph. And we got the floor, so I think we should kill Seraph. 7 unit limit? No, 6 units. Okay. And we take 1. Like, despite only taking 1, because you can look at this and go, I'm 136 pyre health, and I only took 1 damage on the combat. This was a stomp, right? And, no. No. This was not a stomp, because we were one misstep away from the eternal darkness. The void taking us away. However, if you've in the past been skeptical of the if you have 2 upgrades just X5 a unit play, look at this run. Right? Just look at this run. I think that Branded Warrior is a unit that does really well when you have multiples of him. However, I had 1 tank and 6 15-15s, right? Well, not really 15-15s, but because of the Pyrestone housing. Without the Pyrestone housing, I think I would have ×1'd it instead of ×5, and it would have still been strong. But with Pyrestone housing, I was able to turn some Brandons into a temporary tank while we waited, right? We had the 40 health one, and we were able to just kind of throw them down on the floor. The problem with them is, if you ever lose, because typically, like, you do it with Horned Warrior and you just have a bunch of dudes pumping out, like, 70 damage per round, no matter what. With Branded Warrior, if you lose one, you lose your snowball, and you fall way behind. So it was a little touch and go, a little scary, but we got there, right? Those first 3 rounds were the most important, which was why I was kind of trying to increase the density of cards that stopped us from dying and lower the density of other cards. But we got there. Just ignore the first run in this episode. Occasionally, it is, in fact, that way. And for now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.